Okay guys, I'm back at the boat to get something done. It's a nice day. It was overcast until a little while ago, and I stayed overnight. And well, I was having some pizza. There's a great pizza place by the marina. I took a glance at the manual, and it said it had the bracket mounting system, and then it said flush mount, and I said, oh, wait a minute, let me look into this. So it turns out that the back cover pops out. So I had this thing with the screws and everything, so I took them out and I just pulled it off because I was going to install it with this thing, and it's not exactly flat. If you can see, there's a little curve there, and I said, well, I'm going to have to do some sort of sanding or. So now this is completely flat. I took the thing off and I pulled the brackets, and the deal is to turn them and then screw against the wood. It's the only way to do it. And I had to do kind of a little MacGyver on these things, and I haven't tried them yet. Let's see if it's going to work, but it's going to be a lot better than the with this on. So this has the other mount that goes here, and it you can tighten and see the grooves here, and it tightens it, and it puts it in. And if you wanna have it on a dash standing, like you attach it like that. All right. Let me go back up there and work on this. I won't be able to video at the same time. I'm gonna do the before and after results. Let's see what else. I'm gonna be doing also some teak sealer. This is a teak sealer that it works very well. I got a cheap brush that is semi-usable, and I'm gonna apply that to the rear on the platform. And I was considering on selling the boat and getting a single engine boat, which they're not too many. One is the Aurora 30, but we just don't like the Aurora. It's got a good look to it. It's got a good design, but when you walk in and you go into this hole and you don't have the surrounding windows that we have here, we have all this view that we enjoy when we're out, including the bathroom has a large window, and we got used to it, to this setup, and we like it. And every time we go see a boat, and you go down in the hole, and then you got a little side portal window, a little oval window, and I don't know, I just there's no light coming in, and you need to start turning on the switches. So we don't like it. But we've looked at the Aurora. We looked at an Aurora 33 with twin engines. That was just a little bit too big. Then the 30, one engine, that's what I was kind of leaning to. It has a gas engine. Don't remember the size, if it's a 350 or 454. But it's more economical than twin engine, obviously. And then we'll look at the Albin. There's one down the way here, a few boats away, and I met the owner and talked to him. And I seen the Albin in videos, and the same thing. You walk down and you got the other thing we don't like is that the dinette, you have to convert it into the bed and then back into the dinette. There's a lot of conversion. Mine, we got our sofa, the bunk, the table, the dinette, the cuddy. Everything is there. You don't have to be switching and moving, because you need blankets and you need sheets and you need pillows. And where are you going to pull this stuff? You're going to have bags everywhere. And then the last one that we're considering, and this is the most preferable one, is the main ship 34. They might get 34. They got a 30, I believe, no, they got a 31, I believe, and then a 34. And that one has a diesel, a Yanmar, which is my preferred diesel engine. And they're supposed to be like the Cadillac of engines, you know. The Cummins also is a very good engine. So the same thing with that is that you go into the hole, but then if you look at a main ship, the main ship has the dinette, which is a Dennis cafeteria style. It's a big booth. You can sit 6 people there and have drinks, play cards, play dominoes, whatever, have a conversation. Then you have your little kitchen area, and then you have your separate cuddy, and it's got lockers and it's got storage, you know, microwave. It's got a bathroom, shower, and it's got a very nice interior. And that's the one. It also comes with air conditioning. That's the one that we were considering, even though you're still going in the hole. But that hole is very pleasant. It's very nice to be in. It's got a lot of seating area outside in the rear. So if you take, say, 6 people fishing, everybody has a place to sit outside. It's the most preferred out of the 3. The best setup for us. And I was thinking of selling this one. But then, like the song goes, is cheaper to keep her, because this boat, since I've had it, I've been doing things to it. And today I kind of took a look around, even though it's messy. I'm going to show you the mess. I got to clean it up. But all the stuff that I've done to this boat throughout the years, you know, starting with the varnish. I mean, I took everything home and I did the doors, and I did the decoration and varnish this whole piece, and took all these pieces home and varnished everything, the drawers, the doors, put the Formica here and in the bathroom and on the table, the Formica imitating stone, I guess. Took all these overhead ribs, took them home, took everything that it was removable, took it home. We did this carpeting. Let me see if I can show you. We did this between my wife and me. We did a lot of the work. We went to Home Depot and we bought this material. It's really light cloth, but we put it over the burlap sack, which was stained and ugly and yellow. We glued it over, and it's been done. That was done years ago, and it's held up. Did the carpeting, did done electrical work, done I just done a lot to this boat. And I'm thinking now I want to sell it when it's almost finished. The only thing left is the pumps, which I bought them yesterday. And it's we did a new pump for the vacuum flush. Bought the little pirate mirror. All these pieces were removed and taken home and varnish. There's the counter for the bathroom. The only thing that's lacking in the bathroom is the shower. And we're not on the boat for more than 3 days. If we're gonna shower, we can shower the marina, or we can just get some water from the sink and just do it, but the shower thing is not a big deal. It's got a lot of storage for being a small boat. I mean, I have all these doors and drawers that I can store equipment and I can store parts. I can store all these tools that you see on here, the electrical bag, mechanical bag, all this stuff is put away. And it will be a lot cleaner. Maybe I'll do a video when it's everything cleaned up already. I got this portable heater that I take home and bring back when I need it. Like, I stayed last night and I didn't really need this heater. Last time I was here, it was cold, so that's why I brought it, but now it's okay. I went and bought this little bar for my drinks. Got my coffee maker. I got my barbecue in there with extra propane. I got 3 of these doors, and then I got drawers with a D. and I can put stuff in here. Like, look, I got this new Nomad Mad Max that we're gonna try for the tuna this year. I got some of the paperwork for the boat. I got water and soda and plates, and I got my fridge, and I got my microwave. Got a little microwave for my stuff. Being that I had a mouse on the boat, now I store all my food in my plastic containers. And then I went and bought a little trash. You step on the step and the thing goes up. I got a broom stuck in the way there. Gotta get that out of the way. So, and then I still gotta do the cabinet outside. You know, I've done so much to this boat that whoever buys it, if I do decide to sell it, it's gonna have a ready turnkey boat. He won't need to do much. I already know what I got here. I already know what I put in it, and I know exactly where everything is. There's no mystery, except there's still some wires. I don't know where they go, but for the most part, it's I know where things are. You know, there's some places you just can't go, but I know where things are. I know what they are, and you know, and I'm still doing things. I'm modernizing the boat now with this new radar. I got a depth finder I'm gonna install also, and the boat's gonna be. This is unique. There's no boat in the country. A Luhrs 28. There's no Luhrs 28 like mine, because of everything I've done, and I'm still doing. I'm meeting with the painter today. He's gonna come by and give me a price. I'm painting the floor. We already did the sand, the grip. I forget what the old grip, non-slip floor. We did that. You know, you just can't get an old boat and expect it to be in mint condition. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the money. And you have to put in a lot of the labor. Otherwise, if you have the money, then you can pay for people to do things. But you're getting an old boat, you're gonna have a lot of work, a lot of stuff that you have to buy, including maybe even replacing the engines, which they were done when the other owner had it. I mean, you know, the big tank is not cheap, and you know, everything you put in a boat, it's kind of part of you make it your own. You know, if you don't care, if you bought I've seen some boat videos that people have boats and they just beat the hell and they don't care. They just use it until it breaks down. But if you care about the boat, and over here they don't allow junkers, you're not going to have a junker. They'll kick you out. So I've been to marinas like in Santa Monica, Marina del Rey, which is the biggest marina in the country, I think. They have people living on board, and they have bicycles and home barbecues sitting on top. They got plants, they got boxes, they got bags. It looks like a homeless on a boat. It looks junky. Over here, they don't allow that. I don't know why they allow it over there. But the thing is that people, when you live on a boat and the boat is not big enough, they treat it like it's a regular house, and they overload it with crap that you don't need. And a sailboat is the worst boat to live on. I mean, I had a friend that he had one, a 30, I think it was a 33 Catalina, I think it was. And if you're gonna live on board, which is a nice idea, it's kind of a romantic idea, which is not. It's very lonely, because there's one live aboard here and the guy's bored to death. Poor guy. He lives at the end. And by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, his boat is kind of overloaded with crap. He's got a lot of junk on that. But the thing is this: if you're gonna live on board a boat, you need to get a trawler. Those are the ones with the room that you're gonna need. You're gonna have 2 to maybe 3 levels of living space, depending on the size of the boat. And I got a friend that I met now. He's a countryman that he bought a Taiwanese MYC or D or something like that. I can't remember now. That he bought that boat. He sold his sailboat and he bought that boat to live on. And he lives in the other marina. We're gonna go visit him in a week or so. He's out of town right now. And they made the decision to travel the world, well, travel the Caribbean, and up and down the coast of the East Coast. They went to Panama, Mexico. Then they ended up on this side, and they're living in the marina. And he likes it. And I said, you know what? There's an advantage if you have let's call it an aquatic person. You like to be on the water. You like the ocean. You like the sea breeze, and you want to live on a boat. I think it's a good idea because when you're retired and you're getting older and you kind of, can't do much around the house anymore. You don't have to do the gardening or pay a gardener. You don't have to do repairs. Major repairs, the roof is leaking and air conditioning is not working, that kind of thing. You can live on a boat. Now, I know what you're saying. I can read your mind. Oh, but you got repairs on a boat. Oh, yes, you do. Definitely. You're going to have leaks. Maybe not on the roof, but you're going to have leaks. It could be hoses. It could be manifolds, exhaust manifold. But you're going to have a leak somewhere. You have to repair those. You have to do some painting sometimes. That is not required. You have to have those engines running if you're going to have a liveaboard, and you are going to spend some money, but you're going to spend a lot less, including less taxes, especially in California. The taxes are outrageous and they keep raising taxes. So now I was thinking about doing that. Hang on a second. Yeah. So I was telling my other half that, we like the marina life, and if we don't have a dog anymore, not just talking about getting one, maybe 2 more, and say, well, I don't think so, not now, but it would be a good idea to start shopping for a trawler, a good size 45, something like that, 48-foot trawler that you're not going to use as a boat. You're going to use it as a home. And you're going to save a lot of money on spending on stuff that you have to spend at home. Like we're paying driveway tax in California because of the water when it rains, which is the most ridiculous, stupid, liberal-minded, idiotic assholes we have in this state coming up with laws like this, that when it rains, the water doesn't seep the ground and you're being taxed for that. Now we got so much water coming down the mountains and snow melting that they're dumping water. And we're paying driveway tax on all the properties. So we won't have to do that. You'll have to pay, on the boat you have to pay marina tax, or the fee. I mean, you got to pay value property tax on the boat. That's also, but it's less. You're not going to have a 2,500, 3,000 square foot home or boat. You're going to pay a lot less. So everything is less on a boat. And I think in the future we're really going to sit down and have a powwow, because I think I'm kind of leaning towards that idea, because everything else it's just out of reach. I mean, for some people it's almost impossible to buy a home right now, the way things are and the interest rate and everything. So I wouldn't mind living on a boat, but it has to be spacious. It has to have more room than this one, definitely. But it's something to consider. So going back to my old Luhrs, I was going to call this guy that he asked me to do a review. And I said, and I gave him a review on the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then I said, he's shopping for a Luhrs sedan, 28 sedan, and I said, you know what, maybe I get a hold of the guy and say, I'm selling mine, see what he says. But the thing is this, like I said before, I really want to make sure I want to make that move because I already invested so much time and effort on this boat that is part of me. I mean, I like it. It's my thing. It's like you have an old vehicle that you like to repair and it gives you memories and it's been with you since you were a kid. Well, I kind of feel the same way about this boat, even though I bought it as an adult. But I've had so many things going with it, done to it, that I know this boat very, very well. There's no mystery about this boat with me. So if I need to do a repair, I don't need to call anybody. Only on the things that I don't know how to do, like gel coat and stuff like that, I get a guy for that. I done a lot to it, and I have a guy that gives me a good price. We become friends. He's been working on this boat since I bought it. Little by little, he makes his money, and I get the boat in better condition. So we've been changing a lot, wiring, switches, upgrading everything. So I'm gonna give you an update on the radar and on the other stuff that I'm doing. All right. Okay, so I I installed the unit. It's not locked down yet, but what I did is I cut these strips of rubber. Got a glue backing and put it all the way around because it had a gap. The gap is very minimal. On top it had a more severe gap. So what I did is since I don't have anybody to hold this unit while I'm working on it, I came up with this MacGyver. I got a bungee wrapped around this thing, and now I'm verifying the distance here. Okay, that's one, and let me see the top. It's gonna be about a half an inch or so. Okay, that's half. Okay, and it's situated more or less squarely. The separation from the other unit, it's 1 inch, just a hair over. And basically what I'm going to do is, once it's tightened, I'm going to get a knife and cut the leftover, this thing that's sticking out, and then tighten it up. Being that the guy that did this console that I designed, on the wood inside he also applied resin, so it's not easy to drive a screw. So what I'm going to have to do is I go in, situate it the way it is, make sure it stays there, then go on the back side, get a red marker, put the tabs where they go, the brackets, and mark them, and then remove the brackets, remove the unit. I didn't bring a mirror, so I'm gonna have to use my phone and try to see if I can drill a little hole from the hole here, because I can't put my hand on the bottom there and drill a screw. It's crazy. It's a lot of work, and I'm going up and down crawling on this floor. Okay, I just wanted to show you what I was doing, and I'll continue on the next one. Okay, so I finished the installation and I did the wiring also, so I had to do some zip tying and tuck everything in. So there it is. Let me turn it on. It takes a minute to warm up, I guess. So it shows you The range up here goes all the way down to 06.25 and 125, a quarter mile, half a mile, and it goes all the way out to 36. So the unit works fine. It's in auto mode and I have to learn it. I gotta read the manual now and read the instructions, so I'm gonna try it off. You hold the off button for 3 seconds. Let's turn off and put this cover. Cover's pretty thick. Pretty good cover. That's it. So now I'm gonna see if I can install that stereo, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh man, I'm beat. I've been dragging myself under there. Okay, so I got the stereo installed, not connected, because I gotta run wires from the speakers. And that's another day. There's the stereo. Very nice. A better brand. This is a Boss. Let's see how it sounds. And I got speakers in the box here. And I got a woofer that I have to bring. I think it's downstairs. And I also changed the gas gauges. So that one. So just kind of updating a little bit on the electronics. And it's okay. So 3 installations in one day: the Furuno Radar, the 2 gas gauges, and the stereo. Now, before I gotta stay here until night. I got a painter supposed to come by. I gotta give him a call, see what's holding him. But I'm gonna open up a hole here for a light switch right there. So I'm gonna get my little vibrator cutter, noisy as hell, and then I'm gonna put an anchor button right there and move the horn button up, because I'm running out of room. That's about the only space. I can't do it here. This is 2-inch thick, very thick, but it's not good for a switch. It won't be able to lock in place the little notches on the side that will click. So it has to be in that spot. That's it. I ran out of space. All right, let me keep going. Later.